Hello, I'm Vitsul Mishra, and this is Raise India YouTube channel. A very warm welcome to all of you to my this video, which is a second video in the series called Today India Tech. And in this video, uh, as you can see, I have actually this is the real original brochure, the PDF version of Digital India campaign, which was launched on 1st of July um, of this year 2015 by our Honorable Prime Minister Mr. Narendra Modi ji. So here I'll try to explain what is Digital Index Week and what are its effects uh, mm, on the common man and overall in Indian society. So as this brochure itself says, let me read its first couple of lines. Digital India is an ambitious program of the Government of India with a vision to transform India into a digitally empowered society. The focus areas are creation of countrywide digital infrastructure as a utility for every citizen, ensuring governance and services on demand, and digital empowerment of citizens. Now, in general terms, let me describe you what it means. Uh, so basically, our India, you can say, uh, up till now was considered to be a backward society country where we had been still using more of the processes of doing things uh, which were developed in 100 years time frame. So which in if you measure with the today's standards of word processes are considered very old and outdated as well as inefficient. Now, the purpose of Digital India campaign is to remove that rotten sort of a system from our society and make it much efficient, much faster, and much easier for accessing uh, um, to a common man. Now, what is the term digital means? So basically, in physics, I'll very briefly describe what does digital and analog. So there are two kinds of signals in physics: analog and digital. Now, analog signals are those signals which have continuous waveforms. Uh, so um, there I'm not sure if you'd be able to understand the examples, but so I don't know if you have seen any graphs of a waveform. So those are analog waveforms, and there are digital waveforms, which are actually discrete signals, which are in binary code, which is either on or off or one or zero. So, so this is basically the difference between a digital and analog thing. So what does this digital signifies in this context? So as I have uh, mentioned that in India we were up to this point still using some of the processes which were very old. So actually this analog signal were discovered much earlier, and digital signals have been um, invented later after that. So digital is a new kind of um, uh, not just signal, but digital is a new kind of a um, um, okay. I'm sorry, I actually paused the video because I really got confused what I'm saying. I mean, I did not had any idea of what was coming out of my mouth, but now I have totally given a small thought on what does digital in this context mean. So basically, here digital means it's about computers. So let's say you can think, suppose in a government office, if you go for some paperwork or any kind of registry thing. So what they used to do, they used to have their some person who used to do typings on a typewriter, and then it would hand it over to you. So now instead of using typewriters, they can use computers. Or let's say, yeah, a very good example is smartphones nowadays. So as you guys know that smartphone apps are really, really almost sort of a revolutionary invention coming out to be in past decade on in all over the world. Like uh, nowadays, a smartphone app is used for, I mean, really um, very, very massive scale of things. Now people are running campaigns through smartphone apps, running a whole of the business like Uber. Uber is a car riding share, not sharing, but car taxi providing company, which is a global company, and they just have a mobile app, and they do not even have any web online, not online, sorry, not desktop application or a website. They just have a mobile app, and that totally makes sense because uh, nobody expects you to have uh, have your laptop open and calling for a taxi somewhere, right? So you would basically be having a smartphone in your hand through which you would call a taxi. uh, Not just Uber, there are other like Ola cabs, and there are many more. So this is a Digital India campaign which is started by our Indian government in combination with lots of private companies. Uh, and here in this campaign, government is trying to uh, fix uh, as well as include some new um, uh, policies and and platforms and those things. So let's go ahead in this. And here is a quotation from our Mr. Narendra Modi, Prime Minister, honorable person. So I'll just read it out. Technology transforms people's lives. It empowers and connects. From mitigating poverty to simplifying processes, ending corruption to providing better services. Vitality of technology is everywhere. It is an important instrument of human progress. It's really, really nice quotation actually. It is saying that how technology is really, really important in today's world, not just for any rich person, but even for poor people. Now, here's the thing, guys. I don't know what your thoughts are about technology, but what I think is, uh, maybe lots of people think that oh, technology, yeah, those hi-fi computers and hi-fi smartphones and those things is only for rich people. Only rich people can afford. Only rich people can use. Yeah, you are quite correct, but it was the case a decade ago. Almost 10 years ago, if somebody had a smartphone or a laptop, that was a really, really big deal. I really remember when I was studying and I was like in my fourth or fifth class, I don't exactly remember. At that time, of course, I did not have a computer, uh, but one of my friend's father had a laptop, and we were really, really amazed uh, to just know that his father has a laptop. Oh man, he's so I mean, he's a dude and those kind of stuff, like our childhood days. So here are some content. So I'm actually reading out this brochure. I'm not reading out. I'm actually just reading out the contents from this brochure and explaining you guys each of the things in my own interpretation. So I'm not a very professional journalist. This person, I'm just a very very normal, not a teenager now, but yeah, who has some experience in today's technology world and some very little awareness about technology and those kind of stuff. So let me go ahead. So here's our first section. It's called communication infrastructure and services. So what does this include in Digital India campaign? Broadband backbone across India. Now, broadband is a super speed internet uh, service basically. So earlier there used to be telephone line internets which were actually slow. Now there are broadband internet connections which are very very widely accessible right now. These are not a new thing, but still there are lots of remote areas in our country where it might be a big deal of having a broadband internet connection. So in this scheme, uh, I think BSNL or let's say so this is a company called BharatNet, which is going to set up a world's largest rural broadband connectivity portal, which will be based on optical fiber. Um, and it would be connecting 2.5 lakhs gram panchayat, which will have a minimum speed of 100 Mbps bandwidth for each of them. It's very good, man. This network will be supported by a high capacity network management system and blah blah, and it will facilitate the rollout of e-governance, e-health, e-education, e-banking, internet, and various other services to rural India. So actually, this is a very very good push because if these gram panchayats and these small villages will be connected through internet, so government will be very easily accessible to these people if they have some sort of a complaint or if they have some feedback which they directly give out to government, or if government wants to connect with them and uh, get some data from them or get some uh, so it's really good for getting them connected with government and their services. um, so there are very very nice there are, I think, positive points mentioned here about what good will happen due to this. Actually, lots of good will happen due to this because if I still, I'm sorry to you guys if I'm getting really nostalgic here, but again, I'm going to remember some of my good old days. So when I got my first internet connection, oh man, that was really really awesome time. Um, so uh, having internet itself feels so much powerful. I can't say like um, you can you can get of you can get any kind of information through internet. Yeah, maybe not in very very processed form, but in that is the beauty of internet. You get information in raw form now, which is uh, mm, so if you get something in raw form, you can formulate something out of it by your own. But if something is already processed and has been edited and is coming to you, like a newspaper, so newspaper and internet, there is the difference. So let's say there is some event happened, and on internet today you'll find the thousands of blogs talking about that event, which will be in really really their own terms, which in which they will describe about how they felt about the event, what their belief about that event is. And if you read about these in newspapers or magazines, it would be really edited and processed and lots of uh, I don't know. Seriously, I would. if you ask me, in my personal opinion, I really like to read some news from somebody's blog rather than some magazine or newspaper. Now there is BSNL NGN Next Generation Network, which will allow to have voice data and multimedia. So basically, in this, what they are doing is BSNL already has um, lots of their towers, I think, getting replaced with some latest technology, which is called NGN Next Generation Network. And yeah, it actually it was um, so basically it will switch them from basic telephone exchanges to a new advanced voice over IP protocol, which is faster and efficient and again all those stuff. Then there are Indian advantages. Customers can make video calls in addition to voice calls. So like 3G video calling if you have selfie phone. A group of customers can enjoy pan-India based closed user group between fixed line and mobiles. Multimedia video conferencing from Engine will help small and medium entrepreneurs. So in this overall brochure, I really found a lot of points mentioning small and medium entrepreneurs, which reading which really makes me very very happy because it really points out that new government is targeting these small and medium entrepreneurs because they know now the big businesses time is over. By over, I don't mean that they are going to finish and there will be no big businesses anymore. But nowadays, it's more and more entrepreneurs are coming out each and every day. People are making their own apps, their own online businesses, their own offline businesses, their own services, and they start very small and they are in very large number. So now this government has really uh, have foreseen that in future these small and medium entrepreneurs are going to be a really big part of our running economy of India. So that is, I think, the reason they are targeting these. Businesses will benefit from uninterrupted calls, voice, and video. Let's hope really, because sometimes you really get very very bad networks. Wi-Fi hotspots, affordable connectivity on the go. So BSNL will provide 2,500 hotspots within a year. BSNL will be deploying 2G, 3G mobile data Wi-Fi offload solution on pan-India basis, which would enable a much better experience to mobile users. These are the places. Um, it's really good imagery for Taj Mahal having a Wi-Fi signal. Really neat. So it's going to set up it at major tourist places also like Ganga Ghats at Varanasi, Taj Mahal at Agra, Hussain Sagar Lake at Hyderabad, Bangalore, Vijayawada, Bilaspur, Sarnath, Puri, Shore Temple, Khajuraho, Hampi, Jagannath Temple. So at all various tourist places now we'll be able to get some Wi-Fi hotspot connection. So yeah, it is actually I'm really feeling I'm having a good feeling actually about reading this because a few years back, I and I'm sure many other people used to think, what man, seriously, America has. I'm not just saying America, if even if Europe and nowadays even China has so much services. Like there people just do, I mean, just can do any stuff so easily. When would it happen here? And I'm really, really feeling it right now that it is happening right now. The time has come of products. So there are some products in under this campaign which are going to be launched. So let's see who are those. Digital locker to store documents and certificates. Digital locker is actually a very, very uh, um, sorry, digital locker is very, very actually polished term you can say for a simple cloud storage, which is already available in Google Drive, Dropbox, and Microsoft OneDrive and everywhere. But this digital locker is from our government. That is really interesting. And the key benefit, the very awesome key benefit which I find out of it in this one is you will put your documents. Obviously, first you have to scan and upload them inside these digital lockers, and you can just share them online. Wow, wow, awesome. So now you are going to go, let's say, for some bank application, and for some reason they are asking your mark sheets, your birth certificates, and blah blah stuff. Instead of you come to your home and you open your cupboard, you find out where I have kept that briefcase, where I have put that document. Is that in this direction? Is that in this room? Is this in storage? But now you'll have your phone. I'm not sure if web app is mobile app is there or not. You can just open your laptop, just go to this digital locker and just um, I'm not sure if it will work this way, but this is my guess. And just probably you will search your document, and when you find it, probably there will be option to share, and you'll click share, and by sharing, you have to enter the receiver some kind of account number or some kind of authentication ID, which will share it with them. So easy peasy, one system, many benefits. So there are the benefits. There are other more benefits, but this is the very key benefit which I found, and it's really making me very happy. And I'm sure a lot of other people. Storage and sharing of government certified documents possible. See, this is the very first point which I was talking about. Will enable paper-free government. Yeah. Anytime, anywhere, access to documents. Enables e-signing of documents. Dedicated personal space of 1 GB. For all, like a crore people having 1 GB storage. I don't know who is financing this. I mean, who is providing the server infrastructure for this? I don't know. Google, Microsoft. Ensures privacy and authorized access only. So this last part is very important. It's really important. Now you have put all your documents, but let's say a very noob hacker. Uh, Nowadays hackers are mostly uh, can able to access your documents if there is no privacy, no authorization. And this is not just password authorization, I guess. There is Aadhaar authorization, which has your biometrics and all the stuff. The next product is all government scholarships on a single website. Now, in this one, I would really like to comment because I have some of my own personal experience about this scholarship. I haven't applied for a scholarship anywhere, not even in my university education, but I have seen many other students applying for a scholarship. Now, I have seen two things happening. One good, no, sorry, both bad actually. So, one was that the student has to go for, like, the student has to go so much trouble to get the scholarship, and that also comes even after the last date of your fee submission has gone, and after a couple of months maybe your scholarship will come, or I don't know. And uh, there are really big fundamental problems with this scholarship mechanism, which I have really experienced personally, not with my own experience, but through my friends and my own experiences. And the second thing which was bad, I was talking about, is lots of people actually uh, falsely uh, claim for scholarships, and they were also able to get. So let's say, for example, I'm not naming anybody, but I have some people whom I know. So let's say their father is a businessman. So somehow they were able to show their annual income under a lakh or something. I guess that was the limit. Although they are earning like tens of lakh a year or a month, I mean, whatever. and still they were getting scholarships from government. So these kinds of things are actually very very harmful for government, because the government's money is sort of a wasting. uh, if somebody can afford a scholarship, sorry, education fees, although nowadays fees is really really high, that is but another point. Uh, but still they can, but still they take this government's money, and yeah, so it was sad. It was not a good thing, but now I guess with this new system on the website, and probably their identification will be done through this digital locker documents and something. So probably now these kind of cases, the government would be able to evade, and it would be really profitable for government to not lose a lot of money in false claim and all those. So SMS alerts at various stages of verification. It's good. Uh, yeah, it's nice. It's nice. Online appointment with doctors at specialized government hospitals. Again, I have not through my own personal, but so I remember at the time I had to visit this All India Institute of Medical Sciences, uh, uh, basically AIMS College, where which are basically also which also acts as government health centers, where lots of people, poor people, actually come to get their surgeries, and lots of their treatments are done here. Um, but what I've seen is people had to wait for crazy hours, like two days. People used to come and like used to temporarily tent out in front of these institutions, and they used to really wait for two days. Like if somebody's coming from somewhere very far and had a very very severe condition of fever or something, and they still have to wait for 2 days to get their treatment. uh, Maybe uh, uh, so due to which their condition even becomes worse. Sometimes really really sad incidents have happened due to these kind of things. um, so it's really good if somebody would be able to get online appointment. Although online appointment, I'm not really sure if it would solve the problem, because um, yeah, it will solve the problem of you do not have to wait there, but still, uh, after how long your uh, turn will come, that is still there, because how much people will be trying to apply for this thing, and um, although, yeah, it is actually a relief for those people who will come from very far and already have their online appointment, so that they can, so from probably from some local hospital or clinic, they can get some temporary treatment to make their condition stable, and then when their day come of the appointment, they can just visit the AIMS college and get the treatment, and yeah, which is a very good thing. Oh, so there are very limited e-hospital and ORS service availability. To begin with, e-hospital ORS services available in the following hospitals only: AIMS, New Delhi; Ram Manohar Lohia, New Delhi; Sports Injury Center, New Delhi; National Institute of Mental Health and Neuroscience, Bangalore. Tries to extend this service across the country as widely as possible. So right now these are not available very very widely, just in Delhi and Bangalore. But in near future they are saying they will be extending it to across the country, which would be actually good. Nice. Easy maintenance of health records, elimination of long queues, which I was talking about, systematic approach for crowd management, and secure records available. Yeah. Next is online electronic signature, saves time and trouble. I don't know how much beneficial would it be, but yeah, uh, uh, for privacy concerned people, this is really really good, because now. your as you can see, this is sort of a biometric device where you are scanning your finger, which is taking your fingerprint and which will basically, I guess, sign your documents, right? E-sign is an online electronic signature service to facilitate an Aadhaar holder to digitally sign a document. Yeah, this service is for digitally signing your documents. So I guess, okay, so this is how it works. Now you have scanned your biometric and you have uploaded it to some place, probably no digital locker or some similar place. And whatever documents you have in there, you can just use that same once scanned biometric signature, and with that signature you can digitally sign again and again and again many times. So why is this important? Very easy verification, saving time and trouble. Legally valid signature, no question asked. Flexible and easy to implement. Utmost privacy, secure online service. So these are the benefits of this. Help digitize India and Earth. Actually, I was just scanning through this brochure before starting this video, and I didn't knew that this was a thing. Actually, what is government doing here? They have started yeah, a program where people will be doing the digitization of the documents, and government will be paying to them. Let me read out to you. So it would be Digitize India is a program of the Government of India to digitize physical records and reduce piles of papers in record rooms and offices. It enables organizations to free their warehousing real estate and to keep their records for a longer time and in safer environment. A special Digitize India platform has been developed for this. It leverages an innovative algorithm and technology to enable digitization of any kind of record at a reasonable price. So there is a price factor also associated to it. If I remember with my reading that you have to put your documents. So suppose you run office and you have tons of documents. Let's say a law firm, because law firms have crazy amount of papers lying around there. So what they can do is they can scan and upload these documents to this Digitize India platform, and probably they will pay some fees, uh, uh, with which actually the people, the common people, uh, anyone can participate in the Digitize India program. Be it housewife or students or part-time workers or the retired. So anyone, can you believe it? Anyone from all over India, obviously who is computer literate, who know how to run computer, how to visit internet, how to yeah, these documents can be in any language. So language factor is also there, and probably English to Hindi conversion and those sorts of stuff also. So these are the steps. Let me read out more so it would be more clear. The algorithm requires every word phrase to be sent to two disconnected persons randomly selected. Each one digitizes the word and submits. If the digitization by both persons matches, they get rewarded as per the number of characters digitized. Okay. If the digitization does not match, neither gets rewarded. Based on words successfully digitized, users keep accumulating rewards, and whenever they wish, the amount can be credited to their bank account directly. They have not mentioned how much amount for each word, probably a paisa or something. I'm not sure, but whatever, man. If in an hour digitizing, let's say, 1,000 word, yeah, if it's a paisa, then it's digitizing 1,000 words, which is not really huge amount. You can earn 10 rupee an hour for free, man. Uh, for free, it's really good. So these are the steps. It is a simple three-step process to start earning rewards. Visit digital, digitizeindia.gov.in and register as a user. Log on and start digitizing. Digitize India platform will facilitate checking the accuracy, calculating the rewards, and make payment to the user participant. So here's the steps involved for submitting the request for digitization. Hmm. So under this Digital India campaign, our government have also introduced some of the web portals and apps. Let's see which are those. So here the first one is Connecting to Digital India program, mobile app for those on the move, Digital India book. So I guess this is just an app which will actually I was searching because this Digital India is started on 1st of July. I was searching a few hours back this Digital India app on Play Store. I wasn't able to find. Maybe they have not uploaded it to Play Store. The mobile app is made available in Android. Okay, it's available in these versions, but is it available on Play Store or not? That is a question which I will find out. Yep, I'll find out for you people, and I'll put it in my some of the other video. I'm helping you, right? Now, Digital India book. So this is just an app which will give you updates about what's happening in Digital India campaign. My Curve, Meri Sarkar, Great Governance with Your Partnership. This is the name of the signature. Share your ideas with the government even when on the move. So it's a MyGov app. Actually, there is a online portal called mygov.in, which is actually the uh, which has been there for a long time, and I have visited it for quite a few times. Where they run certain competitions, and there are forums where people discuss about lots of things, and the the Narendra Modi's Man Ki Baat, which is a radio program, which is also present on YouTube. Uh, he many times mentions about this platform, and the people with whom he has been able to get in touch through this platform. So actually, this is a very good platform, Michael, and they're also starting a mobile app for it. I would really request you guys, please go and visit this website and also download this app and try to be in touch with our current government through this MyGov app. Let me read out very quickly the features of MyGov app. Various crowdsourced initiatives that encompass job creation, skill development, Green India movement, Swachh Bharat Abhiyan, girl child education, and such other issues. So lots of these uh, issues have been really worked out through this MyGov platform. Uh, so multiple theme-based discussions on MyGov for people to share their thoughts and ideas. Any idea shared by a contributor can also be discussed on these discussion forums, allowing constructive feedback and interaction. Others several avenues, offers several avenues to contribute to on-ground activities. Citizens can volunteer for various tasks and submit their entries. Tasks can be reviewed by other members and experts. Approved tasks can be shared by those who complete the task and by other members. Every approved task earns credit points for completing the task. So they have also introduced the credit system, which is, I think, to gamify and to encourage people to go there again and again, which is actually good. An instrument for Clean India, Swachh Bharat Mission app, which is again a mobile app, and it is solely dedicated to the Swachh Bharat Abhiyan, which is our Honorable Prime Minister's pet project, and which is again a really good push from our government, through which they have started uh, making some awareness about cleanliness, which have been really a big issue in our country. And I'm not saying that I always keep myself and my surrounding clean. I am also a full culprit of not cleaning, not keeping places clean, because it has really become in our habit to spit on roads, to throw whatever we eat, a chocolate or ice cream, and just throw it wherever feel like. I'm not sure how did this kind of behavior came into us. I don't know. Maybe it's before we have born. Uh, but but now is the time to understand the need of keeping the things clean around us. So I really request you guys, please, please don't don't put any kind of garbage in any open area like roads and highways, and just throw them in the dustbins only. If you don't find dustbin, I'm not saying that I'm really awesome person, but I have made the practice, and I think you people can also follow. So if you do not find dustbin, what you do, you just put it in your pocket, man. Just put it in your pocket. It's just a wrapper. Whatever wrapper it is, you ate a roll, egg roll, veg roll, and instead of throwing it, because most of the time I keep walking on the road and I feel hungry. I buy somewhere rolls or these things, and on the way itself near my office, I'm walking and I'm eating. And so after I'm done, so instead of I throw it somewhere like anywhere, I just put it in my pocket and come to my office and just put it in my dustbin bag. That's it. Such a easy thing. I would really encourage you guys and request you guys, please see, cleanliness doesn't need any kind of uh, very, very intelligent idea as per se, because it's just a common sense. If not, I'm sorry if I'm getting little bit of um, sarcastic here, but it is really about common sense. How you can keep your place clean, keep your place clean. It's really about common sense. Just don't make it dirty. How would you make your place clean? Don't make it dirty. That's the first thing. Nobody is asking you to start wiping uh, your whole colony. Nobody is asking you that. You just need to uh, just don't make it dirty. That's it. That's how simple it is. Why we make things complicated? Why why is there any need to make it complicated? There's no need. I know that in your colony there may be at many places lots of stone particles and lots of sand, lots of new house construction things are just scattered there. For those, yeah, for sure you require some help from other people, but other simple things like throwing wrappers in here and there, and throwing your the waste which you collected at your home, and you just throw it out on the road. Don't do that. No, 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 no. That's really, really bad. Really, really bad. Anyways, sorry. I'm really, really sorry for being sarcastic. And see, I'm not saying that I haven't made any kind of dirt. Never. It's I smoke, so I throw my cigarette butts after switching them off. I don't know what. Yeah, after basically after switching them off, my cigarettes. Sorry, cigarette will not switch off it. So when I'm done, so after I'm sure that it is not burning anymore, which I just rub somewhere on the wall or somewhere, so it is not burning, and then I throw it. Mostly I throw in dustbins, but if I'm smoking in my balcony, then I throw it there itself. But that I collect, not in the morning, but next Sunday while I'm sleeping. So, anyways, that was my little bit personal stuff there. So there are institutions and policies also in this Digital India campaign. which are really good. Getting the cutting edge through research. National Center for Flexible Electronics. Now, you ask, what the heck is flexible electronics? This is flexible electronics. Sexy thing, right? So basically, I think it is a plastic sheet, not a glass, obviously, but a translucent plastic sheet which has some circuitry embedded on top of it and which is flexible. So it's a flexible electronics research thing our government has started. I don't know if I'm very aware about these kinds of innovations. Uh, yeah, in recent Google I/O, I saw there were some uh, things done through clothes. So on the cloth, you suppose you wear a shirt and you'll be able to just rub on top of your sleeve, arm sleeve, and anyways it will act like a touch screen. But this is a different stuff. I don't know if I have any usable information to share about this stuff. But one thing which I know is it has been done at IIT Kanpur. To expand the knowledge and research in the field of flexible electronics and put its application for wider products, it has been envisaged to set up National Center of Excellence at Kanpur with financial support from Department of Electronics and Information Technology. So this research center, I think, has been set up for flexible electronics in IIT Kanpur. It's advanced. IoT, Internet of Things. If you have watched Silicon Valley, it is called Internet on. No, sorry, that is a different thing. Okay, IoT. So, what is IoT? It is really awesome thing actually. IoT. Now, Internet was supposed to be on desktop computers when it was invented. Then it came to laptops, then it came to iPad, then it came to mobile phone. But we are not satisfied with this. We are not at all satisfied with this. We want internet on our refrigerator. We want internet on our microwave, on our mirrors, on our yeah, inside cars, obviously. And so this is what Internet of Things is. So uh, uh, nowadays, electronic items are having very advanced kind of integrated circuits, which is almost equivalent to computers. So using those circuits for making an internet connection is not very challenging nowadays. But our Indian government has seen some, I think, interest in this Internet of Things domain, and they have started something regarding this. I think some awareness. So the center is a combined initiative of Department of Electronics and Information Technology, National Association of Software, which is NASCOM, and Education and Research Network, ONET. What are the advantages of IoT? There are many advantages of incorporating IoT into day-to-day life, businesses, society, healthcare, home security, and many other areas. In healthcare, IoT can facilitate to implant chips into a patient's body. Whoa, scary. Allowing the healthcare professionals to monitor the vital signs of their ailments. Wow, I'm thinking of Terminator. Are you also? Anyways, IoT can also function as a tool that can save people money within their households. It enables individuals to communicate with their home appliances and operate them through a mobile app in an energy efficient way. Actually, there is a thing which is very popular outside in Western countries and European countries, not yet in India. It's called it a smart home, and what it basically is, it has a series of products which are interconnected. Suppose you have AC from same company, you have your smoke detector from same company, you have your lights from same company, and you have a mobile app. So now, through that mobile app, suppose you are walking from your home, from your work to your home, and as soon as you go near your garage door knows that you have come because uh, because it is connected to the mobile app which you are carrying in your phone, and as your phone's proximity is coming closer and closer to the garage door, it knows that you have come nearby, so I should open. Uh, and it opens automatically, and you get inside, and then you get to your room, and your lights knows that you have came, and probably they also know your mood, and they set their color temperatures according to your mood, and your TV automatically started, your coffee maker started making coffee. So this is actually uh, not, I would say, far future, but yeah, a near future of IoT, which is already popular in Western countries, but uh, I think in India also it's going to come very, very soon. For businesses, IoT can be useful in many areas, including asset tracking, inventory control, shipping, location, security, individual tracking. Yep. You know, in foreign people and probably in India also, people have baby monitors. So suppose if there is a working house, like not house, working housewife, uh, no, working woman who has a baby at her home, and and she has put a baby monitor beside her baby, and when her baby awakes, he'll start crying. So the device will know that baby has started crying. It will probably text message to mom or call her that your baby has wake up and crying, and he wants milk and all sorts of things. So you can come and you can feed him and all those sorts of stuff. So actually, individual tracking, and there are other also benefits like for safety of girls. So yeah, energy conservation, and many others. Then policies that are changing the picture. Many policies, one pursuit. So there are some other pieces also. Policy on adoption of open source software for government of India. Wow. If you are a developer, I would really request, if you haven't started yet, just get onto open source development. It's very, very good uh, thing for a global community perspective, and also it feels really good that you're making some contribution. And some of these open source products really get very, very large scale, and they get very wide popularity, through which you can also get your name out there, and probably start some of your own uh, version of that same software and your own company. Framework for the adoption of open source software in e-governance systems. Policy on open application programming interfaces for Government of India. Now, Government of India having their own open APIs. If you're not aware of API, an API is basically application programming interface, which is actually, let's say, there is a service which they provide, and instead of just going to their website and accessing their service, you can, from your own code, like you can create your own web app, which can talk directly from your website to their website and exchange data. uh, so if you have seen a very, very easy example, I would put here. If you have seen lots of Twitter alternative apps, or other similar kind of alternative apps for same kind of service, it's due to because they have their APIs open, and due to which lots of other developers are able to use those APIs, and embed their services in their own app. Uh, so basically, embed access services in Wise app. And that's what their context was. So now government is having their own API. Wow, I'm really, really excited to start programming some of their stuff. So not their stuff, some of my stuff which will use government API. Email policy for Government of India. What is this? It lays down the guidelines of use of email services by the government departments and organizations. The aim is to ensure secure access and usage of Government of India email services by its users. Policy on use of IT resources of Government of India. So they are making their own policy for using IT resources. Policy on collaboration application development by opening the source code of government applications. Well, it intends to increase the pace of e-governance application development and rapid implementation by adopting an open source based development model. Now, whenever I uh, read about open source, uh, there are very widely popular two open source applications which I'm sure you have came across, you have used it extensively, but probably not known about it. Firefox and Ubuntu. These started as open source. These are, I guess, still open source, but they have their proprietary part as well for funding their research and development. But so open source in Indian government projects and everything. Yeah, it's really good. uh, Application development and re-engineering guidelines for cloud-ready application, which aims to address one of the major concerns in the e-governance domain, namely lack of process re-engineering and leveraging of the latest emerging technology. Okay, next is advancing technology startup ecosystem in India. Yep, I think this is the last one. Okay, so I'll very briefly describe what is a startup. Now, let's say you want to start a company. Uh, there are various routes you can, if you have somebody financing from your home itself, like your relative who already doing business and have really good amount of money which they can fund you with, and you can start something of your own. That is there, and there are people who are starting up a small companies just in their garages. Actually, garages is term is used very widely in Silicon Valley, but in India, I would say their uh, dormitories and not dormitories. I mean, sorry, PGs, right? Basically, these college graduate guys, two friends either live together or they are good friends, and they just felt that there is this service which really needs to be there. It can really make a difference. So they start working towards it. One probably handles the whole of the technology domain, and one probably handles the whole of the management and finance and other stuff. So this is how just two people divide their whole company process and they start their own business on some company, which eventually becomes into business. Uh, so this kind of ecosystem is really flourishing in India, and our country um, actually I don't know if not India, sorry, not India, but Bangalore region is under top 20 startup destinations all over the world. Of course, number one is Silicon Valley, which is in California, and there is also Tel Aviv from Israel, and there is a lot other places. Uh, China was not there, but London was there, and so out of those all over world cities, Bangalore comes as a top 20. Actually, it was at 19th position when I wrote that study, read that study. Um, so India is actually doing good in the startups, and there are lots of young engineering graduates, not engineering, many other domain graduates who are really doing really great in this startup environment and making our country proud and earning themselves really have getting financial independence and learning uh, good stuffs and sharing them with other people also. So I think in this policy, probably they have planned to support these startups. Let me read. A major characteristic of the electronic sector is the importance of R&D and innovation due to high velocity of technology change. So actually, I think they are targeting more into the electronic sector. Yeah, because I remember. So as you know that in India, after oil, the second largest import bill is of electronic equipment. So I think our government is trying to reduce that a little bit by leveraging the power of our Indian youths who can create their own electronics items which governments can use, which here people can use. So we do not have to import electronics items, and which will really ease a lot of burden because it is the second largest import in our country. So it will really reduce a lot of burden on us, and where that money will go, which the government will be able to save. It will go to us. It will go in the smart cities project. It will go in the Digital India project. It will go in the Skill India project. Um, it will probably give it to more and more startups who would get funds and do more and more electronic stuff. Financing our vision. The objective of the EDF policy is to EDF is Electronic Development Fund. Policy is to support daughter funds, including early stage angel funds and venture funds in the area of electronics, nano electronics, and IT. So whole of the IT sector is there, which means a lot of online services and services also there. The supported daughter funds will promote innovation, R&D, and product development within the country in the aforementioned fields. I'm getting a confusion here. Why it is called daughter fund? Is it just for the girls who are trying to start and probably their parents can apply for a daughter fund for their daughter's startup, which they can fund electronics development fund, daughter fund. Then there are some startups as a children of these daughters also. So it was actually a fun children of these daughters. Anyways, so yep, that was our government, which is headed by Mr. Honorable Prime Minister. Digital India Week campaign, which is going on very successfully. And what I have read in the news is uh, because these things government cannot done by itself, they have to have some support from other private players also, and they have able to get 4.5 lakh crores of investment from private companies like Tata, like Reliance, like Airtel, like Birla, and some Japanese and Airbus and those companies. So yeah, it's really. I don't know about you guys, but it's really giving me a very positive vibe about that our country really has awakened. You know, the smog has awakened. If if you know what I mean, if we watch Lord of the Rings, not sorry, Bilbo Baggins, who was that? The smog has awakened. Which movie was that? Bilbo Baggins, Hobbit. Yep. So India, the sleeping dragon, not a Chinese dragon, but an Indian version of a dragon. I don't know if there were any dragons in India, but has awakened, and it's really expanding its arms across whole of the world. And actually, if you hear lots of Mr. Honorable Prime Minister's lectures, you will see the tone which he talks about doing all this great stuff, taking our country ahead. Excuse me. Making our country progress and taking it ahead. But in his tone, it is never about showing other countries down and and making so what he talks about is mainly that we have to leave the world. So there is a big difference in the ideology of China and India. I'm sorry, all you Chinese people, if you are listening to me, but there is some practical situations here. So the difference here is what China government tries to do is, try to monopolize on top of world. Uh, I surely respect them. They have gained the uh, world's largest economic ground, and they are really really moving fast, and they have done really good, not just good, amazing stuffs out there, but their ideology was always about yeah, about one what's that word? Monopolize. I guess this is the word. Monopolize. I don't know. If it's monopolize, so no, not monopolize. Monopolize. Yeah, yeah. So basically, sort of ruling. So China wanted to rule the world, but India want to lead the world. So this is the very very basic big ideology difference between India and China, and which is actually, if you think, it's a nature difference, it's a characteristic difference, it's a it's the difference in the character of how someone behaves. So China wants to be a ruler of the world, but India wants to be a leader of the world. India wants to show people a path which India will be ahead in, and other people can follow. So India will, if India has found something, some good thing, with which it is earning some prosperity, with which it is getting some positive benefits. So it will lead other nations. It will show them the way to do same, to achieve same kind of benefits, which is what leading means. Leading means you you do something great and you inspire other people to do same. But China and similar other countries are trying to uh, master you. Like, you just do this, don't do anything else. I don't know if it's Chinese or not, but yeah. So that was Digital India explained by Raise India, and I'm sorry for the yeah. No. So that was Digital India campaign explained by Raise India. And thanks again, guys, for listening to my video. And I really appreciate, guys, you gave me time to listen to my absurdness. But ideally, what I'm trying here is I'm trying to make you guys aware of what's happening in India in the digital boundaries, in digital domain, in IT domain, what is happening in India, in which direction our countries are heading. So you can prepare yourself about uh, about the new endeavors of the future which you are going to face ahead. And thank you very much once again. Goodbye.